I can't seem to film this without cursing a lot, so I'm going to try. This is an interesting article. We have squatters around. Everybody's got squatters around. And certainly this is a situation where this particular buyer knew exactly what they were doing and got a seller on the hook. But there is another story here. And it's a story that I talk about a lot, which is who you work with matters. And interview more than one agent. Now, I don't know if this seller interviewed more than one agent. I don't think so, because this agent sold her the property to begin with. But it is so important to have an agent on your side that's got experience and has a BS meter that works, because there's some BS in this one. So this is a property that went on the market, I think in October of last year. Got an offer really quickly, and somehow this deal turned into seller financing. And I looked at the MLS. There wasn't any mention of seller financing. So I'm assuming that this person, this buyer, knew what they were doing and set up a seller financing situation, and then at closing sent wires that never cleared. And the article says that the buyer said, well, there was some issues with the bank. Yeah, there's no money in the bank. That's what. But, and to top it all off, this buyer moved in. No ownership rights, no property rights. This is a 58-acre equestrian property. There's barns, fencing, big house, indoor riding arena, none of which is probably being maintained very well. So you have a seller that's got a squatter in a property that they can't access. And to make matters just a little bit worse, this article says that the seller felt like there was something wrong about this situation. And in quotes, she said her agents said she was being overdramatic. No, she wasn't. She was represented by agents that were representing their commission before her best interests. Because when I see seller financing, my BS meter always goes off. Now, I know there are some seller financing situations out there that work out just fine. But unless a seller wants to do seller financing and advertises it, any buyer that comes to a seller with seller financing, asking for seller financing, it's generally because they can't get a regular loan. And therein lies the initial problem. Because if they can't get a regular loan, what are they doing buying this house? What's their motive? Well, we know what the motive is, because this is somebody that's done this before. Move in, have a place to live there as long as she can, till she gets evicted. And this will continue to go until somebody puts her in prison. But in the meantime, we have a property owner that can't access their property. Who knows what kind of condition it's in. And on top of it all, it's going to go at some point back on the market. And now we have headlines about this property and who wants to buy a house that's had a squatter in it. And I'm going to tell you this, and I know I'm calling people out. Agents need to be better than this, because this isn't representation. When you tell your seller, your client, that they're being overdramatic, she wasn't being overdramatic. Her body was telling her something wasn't right. And the only person that didn't listen to that was her agent. So, like I said, who you work with matters. Interview a bunch of agents, look at their production, because you can tell really quickly who's going to work for their commission and who's going to work for you. So watch out for seller financing deals and go interview some agents, please. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a good day.